Jonah Ike with Nova Scotia Grass Fed here. If you're liking what I am saying, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you're not liking it, I'm not going to hold it against you. You can still hit the button and you can still subscribe. I'm standing in a field that I planted in September. And I'm going to show you guys that process now. My cousin had grain on it. Took the grain off and we did a no-till kind of chop disc. Just opened up the ground a little bit and we seeded it. And that's the video I'm going to show you now. And this is where I want to have animals next year. So I'm hoping next August, I have animals on this property. I got 20 acres here. My neighbor might be good enough to let me use a couple of his acres too. He's a good guy. But this is what it looks like here, which is really nice. I had Greg Judy down here, and he said this is amazing forage. We own from that creek all the way. There's a creek there you can kind of see at the bottom of that hill where it starts going up. Whoop, get my hand under there. All the way up there, and then 20 acres back. So what I'll do is I'll put them here for a couple months and rotate them around here and get them to smash all this down. And that'll give that field a long enough time to rest. I'm gonna give it a whole year. And it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have a ton of cows and beef, and if you guys want any, let me know. So I'm gonna show you the process of getting that field prepared. There's many different ways. This is how I did it this time. And thank you guys so much. So without further ado, let's go back in time to when I seeded this field.
You got a knife on you? So how many cows are you gonna start off with?
I'm probably gonna get 5.
You'd have to be set for the width though.
So this is me filling up the SEEDER. This is the mix I'm using. You can see there we got some Timothy, we got some clover, we got some white clover, we got some different grasses. This is a pasture mix. So that's how it's all broken down there. And this is one that my dad really likes, and he actually picked it. And that is my grandfather's knife. Found it in his study. He actually would rip the tip off of his knives sometimes for his little pen knife like that, or a small pocket knife, so that he would have a little screwdriver if he needed one. So that was his little hack. So yeah, here I'm just evening out the seed, because you do not want to run out in one or multiple shoots, because then you'll have a spotty field. So I'm evening it out. I have a cup, and I just make sure it's nice and evened out there. And, you know, maybe in the future I won't do so much seeding, but I'll explain why I'm doing this. It's not always necessary. If you already have animals and you have hay, you can really get away with not doing a lot of actual seeding. Seed's quite expensive, but I was fortunate enough to have a situation where the seed was covered. So might as well do it and show everyone how to seed if you have to. And I'm going to explain here that there is other methods, and we don't always need to put down seed, but sometimes it's good if you have the opportunity to start fresh. And I am down here, and I am seeding after what has been a great harvest of wheat off of this field. My uncle let me borrow his tractor, and he used this land that is my dad's land, so he's good enough to seed it in. Now normally, if it was me and I'm starting out, I wouldn't spend money on seed, so much. I would more spend money on hay and maybe try to figure out how to put animals on it. But if someone else used the land and they're going to pay for the seed, well, who am I to deny? So we got a nice pasture mix in here. I'll show you that after. And then I just put a little bit of clover on top. Because clover's good. I want to have honey. Clover will have nice flowers for them. And then all you need to do, make sure they're even. This one, put a little bit more. This is the cedar. A little bit more in here. And yeah, that's how we open and close it to see how much seed's open. I think it's about half right now. And we're doing no-till. No-till, no problem. We don't need the till for this one. We're till-less. So he took off his, he took off the grain, and then we just did a little chop disc just to open up the ground a little bit, and we're seeding right on top of that. And yeah, hopefully next year, right now it's September, next year we'll be putting animals on this. Now, if I don't have animals yet, but if I had animals, what I might do instead is just put hay down for them a little bit and let them graze it and let the pasture come up naturally. But I'm in a good position right now where my uncle used it and he's gonna seed it back down. But I said I'll seed it myself, even though I haven't driven a tractor in a bit. But we'll get her done. I've got 20 years experience, but I've been on an 8-year break. Might not be the best seed job, but don't tell my dad, he won't know till spring. So maybe he'll come down and see, but might be a couple missed spots, but hopefully not. That's we got the GPS, and yeah, I'll go over anything I missed, so follow me along. Got the Kubota here. Okay, so this is how we do it. We got a little GPS here. This tells me where I went and where I'm going, so everything that's green is where I seeded. And you know, it's not perfect, but there's a little bit of overlap, that's fine. A little bit of black space, that's good. And yeah, we're seeded. This is where we're at. So we got our forward, reverse, we got our different gears. I got it in first, high, rabbit. So yeah, we're cruising, we're seeded, life is good. Okay, so I did a few passes of the field, and I'll just show you guys the tractor I'm using. It's a sweet Kubota M7060. It's got the GPS, it's got the SEEDER on the back, it's got the 4-wheel drive. This is how we run it in here. Okay, so here's GPS. A little rusty, but it'll do. Don't tell Dad, I missed a couple spots. This is his field after all. So we got forward, neutral, reverse, clutch, brakes, park right now. We're gonna put it in gear. If I can do it, up and over. And then first, this is low, this is high. So we're in high now. This is how we put this up and down. So right now this is down, but if I want it up, I pull this lever and it brings it up. But right now I want it down because I'm gonna seed. And the GPS tells me where I've been, where am I going. And that's pretty much it. Try to keep it on track. It's a little hard, I'm a little rusty, but we'll get her. There'll be seed in the field anyway. And now here we are. It's November 2nd, and I'm not trying to get you too excited by looking at this. This very green stuff that you see here is not grass. Well, it's a type of grass. This is the barley germination. So when they took all of the grain off of this, some had spilled, and now, but it's kind of nice. It gives me a nice little cover. I'm not mad at it. It's rye or barley, whatever the hell, maybe rye. But yeah, it's good. It's like I have a cover crop. But what I'm more excited about is this. So if you look past that, this is what I really want. This is grass, and this is germinated. We've had an unseasonably warm November and October. We got a little bit of sprinkle of snow, but we haven't had a proper killing through frost. So a lot of my grass is still going. It's going to take root, I hope. That's right there. That's what I want. That little tough. This is good, but this is better. So things are moving along. Should be getting cows here. I'm going to look at some, but I don't have them secured yet. So if anybody has, I'm looking for 6 yearling heifers, and I'm going to put them at my home base, my homestead. Oh, look at that, guys. This is what I like to see right there. That's the grass. Whoop. That's grass. And this is nice. This is not a bad thing. But this is what I actually want to be taking off here. So, without further ado, there you have it, folks. We're farming. We're rolling. We're germinating. Life is good. Please go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the flip-flop.